Guinea pig!
Hi, I'm Alyne and welcome to my kitchen. And today I'm going to make something very simple. It's going to be fried squash, my way. And as you'll see here, I've got 2 squash. It's just me and Piggy, so I don't need to do a ton of squash. I've got a good medium size and a small squash. I have salt and pepper, and I have some self-rising meal. And for fried squash, that's all I need. Now we're going to slice the squash, and we're actually going to cut the squash up on video, but I'll probably do that on time lapse. And I'm going to let my helper cut my squash for me.
Choppy, choppy.
He does the choppy on that.
Now, Mike, don't go critiquing too bad. I ain't no pro like you, son.
So we'll take a quick break, get set up for the Piggy to do the choppy, and I'll be behind the camera while he's doing that, y'all.
Oh, and by the way, y'all, that's Mike at Mike's Fishing Home, just for clarification there.
Oh, yeah. We thank the world of Mike. He's a great guy. All right, so we're going to get ready to do choppy. So we'll be back in just a minute. Okay. Yes, I saw Piggy cut that up for me.
Choppy.
Choppy. Now I'm going to do my seasoning. And I'm just sprinkling until I get ready to stop. Y'all can put what amount you want, pepper or salt or whatever other seasonings you want on yours. I put anywhere from a 1/4 to a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. I like pepper on my squash. And I'll put probably about a 1/4 to a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Again, I like my squash flavored. And as you can see, I've got it salted and peppered. And if I sneeze, y'all, I apologize ahead of time. But pepper pretty much always makes me sneeze. I have 1/3 of a cup of meal right here. Excuse me, folks.
Here we go. Bless you twice.
I might be done.
I've seen her go up to 7 or 8 times, folks.
It just depends, y'all. Now, like I said, I only put about 1/3 of a cup of meal in here. If I use more squash, I would put more meal. And I'm not one of these that does like a lot of, I mean, I know people that'll cut their squash into their little rings, and then they will do the batter on them, or the milk or egg batter or whatever, and then they'll bread them in the breading, and then they'll freeze them so that you'll have that you can fry them individually. This is how my mama taught me to make squash. I learned from watching her and my granny and my aunts over the years. And as you can see, my squash are coated.
And I'm so thankful to those ladies.
So I'm fixing to head over to the stove, or I should say my cooktop. And I'm going to get ready to start cooking this squash.
She almost said skillet, folks.
Yeah, I did. But I am going to my skillet too. But we'll be over there at the stovetop next time you see me, and we'll be getting ready to start cooking this squash. Okay, we're over here at the stovetop, cooktop, whatever you want to call it. I've got some oil in my skillet. I want to get my lid out for my skillet. I'll put that right there. Like I said, now that may not look like a lot of oil, and if I have to add any extra, I will, but like I said, I've only got 2 small squash. Normally when I fry squash, I'll do 4 or 5 or 6, so the Piggy and I can have enough for 2 or 3 meals. A lot of times it don't last that long because we love squash, y'all.
Fried squash, ain't nothing like it. Just like fried okra.
You know, this is something I was raised on, Piggy was raised on. We both love fried squash. I love stewed squash, and I like baked squash. And I will eventually do videos on those to show you how I fix mine. Now this oil is shimmering. There's a sheen to the oil. As you can see, it looks like it's kind of shimmering out. And that's showing that the oil is getting hot. And one way to test that oil to see if it is hot, take a pinch of your cornmeal. And if it starts bubbling up, And you can see it's bubbling up right in here. Means the oil's hot. So this is what I do. I just put all of mine in the skillet at the same time. I will.
Done with that?
I'm done with that.
All right.
I'm going to stir that around a little bit in there. And I've got this sitting on medium heat. I will leave it on medium heat. It'll take a little bit longer to cook, but at least it will cook and not burn. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my lid on this. And I'm going to let this cook for about 4 or 5 minutes. I will come back and check it and turn it. And let it cook for another 3 to 4 minutes until it's done. So we'll see you in about 4 to 5 minutes when I get ready to turn this. Okay, y'all, we're looking at about the 4-minute mark. I did add a little bit of oil to it because it needed some. Just going to flip this. And I may have to brown it a little more. But you see, it's getting a nice golden color right there. I like mine to be a dark golden color. I just don't want to overcook it. There we go. And as you can see, that oil has absorbed. So I will be adding just a little bit more oil in here to cook it down.
But folks, I'm not adverse to trying different things. We went out to an Asian place the other day. I actually tried sushi for the first time. It was some shrimp sushi type stuff. But I actually tried it, and I actually used chopsticks.
Yeah, we both used chopsticks for the first time. Now that's the timer going off, y'all.
But good old country cooking, southern country cooking, that's what I like. That's what I'm comfortable with.
This is what we were raised on. And, you know, if you don't like squash, never tried squash, whatever, you know, this is an amazing thing. Squash is such a good, versatile vegetable. You can eat it raw, you can eat it fried, you can eat it steamed, you can eat it baked, you can eat it broiled. You know, it's just however you want to cook it. I'm going to go ahead and let this cook for another, probably somewhere between 3 to 5 minutes. We'll see how it looks. And because it'll be done in about 5 to 6 minutes, I know, just from experience. And I'm going to cut it up to 5 just because I want to get a little bit more golden color on it.
Sorry about all that fiddling around, folks.
That's okay. I'm putting it on. I'll put this on 4 minutes. And we'll be back in about 4 minutes or so to see how it looks, make sure it is done. And I'll put it, if it is done, I'll put it in the bowl. We'll get ready to serve it up. So I'll be back in about 4 minutes. Okay, y'all, we got about half a minute left to go for that 4 minutes. And I don't know if y'all can see that, but there is that nice golden color right there. And this squash is right at done. And if y'all are wondering, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and cut that off. This is how my mama cooked squash. This is how my granny cooked squash. How my aunts cook squash. So this is how I cook squash. It's how I learned. And
it's how I love it.
And you see there's not a lot of grease left in there. I didn't put a great lot in to begin with. And when I added, I didn't add a whole lot. And Piggy will put this on that bowl. Let's see, I'm going to put this in my bowl. And yeah, it's a big bowl for this, but it's the smallest one I got in that set. And y'all, that's good eats right there. That's all I'm going to tell you. That's good country food. Oops, let me do this. Might be soft. There we go. Okay, so what I'm going to have Piggy do is give me a good size spoon for this and give me a fork and a plate. And I'm going to put a small bite of this squash on my plate. Don't need a great lot, just a small bit. I'm going to taste test this stuff.
Okay.
Now it's time to do squash.
Oh, yeah. That's good stuff.
Mm. Uncle stuff. Well, yeah, that was my fried squash. And it was delicious. One of my favorite side dishes, I guess, of all time is fried squash, especially during the summertime. Fresh out of the garden, cut it up. So, I want to thank you very much for watching my video, if you stayed for the whole thing. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Click on that red subscribe button and click the bell icon next to it.
Boy, good stuff.
And click on all, and you'll be notified every time I upload a video. And if you would, please share out the video. If you'd like to give me a thumbs up, leave a comment or a question if you have one. I'll be more than happy to respond to that. So, again, thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye, y'all. Bye, y'all.
Where's my phone?